All right, hey everybody. So the thing everybody's always wondering, from a professional services perspective, is AI going to take my job? And I'd imagine for the two of you, that's a particularly relevant concern, given that you're both starting off on your careers right now. So what we're doing today is, as I understand, we're going to be checking out how we can actually use AI to do stuff like pulling data and analyzing stuff. So what do you folks got? What are you doing?
So we are basically looking at how we can automate the process of downloading scientific data sets from different websites and utilizing ChatGPT for it.
And so is it going to be as easy as we think? You just kind of snap your fingers and away you go, or what's going to happen?
I think some processes are like that. I think it's helpful in giving us a bit of direction, but there's a lot of surprises that we found as we were going through.
So cool. Well, let's see what you got and we'll get to it.
Alrighty, so let's dig into the stuff we have all over here. Just to set the background, we tried to look at the total precipitation data. We tried pulling that from climatedata.ca. We started with telling the website that we want the Vancouver International Airport data set. So we used that for our location, and then we selected the time frame. In this case, we are looking at historical data, so we wanted to see 10 years ago data sets. So yeah, and then we just downloaded the file. We had a really nice looking CSV, and then from that we pulled information of total precipitation data and then plotted that on the scatter plot just for better understanding and visuals. And then we repeated the same process on ChatGPT. We wanted to see how ChatGPT actually handled this whole process and if we can actually automate this rather than going to the website and downloading everything by ourselves. Mm-hmm. So we started testing that using the basic ChatGPT 5, and it was interesting. We tried putting the same prompts that we want, and which was quite interesting when we tested in ChatGPT 5 basic model was it actually didn't go and download the data sets for me. Rather, it pointed out the steps that we wanted to look at, which was interesting, and it gave a whole bunch of lists like where we can pull out our data set from.
Yeah, and then we tried the same prompt with ChatGPT 5's agent mode, and it didn't really perform much better, but we also don't really know because it took so long to generate any kind of report, any response, so we didn't really get to look at what it was going to give us. But when we were looking at the activity, it was going through a lot of browsers, and also trying to access data, but was still having a lot of trouble with actually downloading any files. And it also got stuck when it's trying to get through like privacy policy pop-ups or captchas. So that's another issue. And just the same with the regular ChatGPT, it can't give us the files, it can only tell us how we can access them ourselves. And then we did the same with deep research, and it had a little bit more success. Took about 10 minutes, and it gave us a report, but the data was simulated. So same thing as the other two, it wasn't able to pull the CSV files directly and get the data from there. And it also said that it generated a scatter plot for us, but it was not on the screen. And later we asked for that CSV file as to what data are they using, and they gave us one, but the data didn't match with what we got from the previous source. So when we asked ChatGPT where the data is from and if it was real, it basically confessed that it was simulated data. So lots of limitations there, even though it was able to open more sites than just the regular ChatGPT 5.
This is really interesting, like the limitations and how it could show us the direction. So I think from this we have some takeaways to think of, like ChatGPT is good for pointing us the directions and telling us the strategies for the solutions rather than just giving us the whole scientific product that we want for the analysis or report writing or whatnot.
I think it's good for saving time on finding the sources, but you still have to go through and download the data yourself.
Yeah.
And regular ChatGPT also can't open websites anyway, so you're stuck with waiting for deep research or the agent mode.
Actually produce something.
Yeah, and that can take
Forever.
Yeah. Basically, something that we can conclude from this is that your job is not going to be replaced by an AI, because there's a lot of things that it can't do and it can't access, so no worries there.